How we doing, guys? Welcome to another episode of Just Tap Tasting, where we taste some beers here at the Wilkie that we've just tapped. Episode number 44 coming at you, and we're super excited to welcome back to the show Mikey from Sixpoint. When you have a brewery like Sixpoint that's doing some really rad stuff in a garage down in Red Hook, what I mean by that is their barrel aging program. You know, they're repeat offenders as far as getting on Just Tap Tasting here. So welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much. Little intro, I'm Mikey from Sixpoint.
Yeah.
Been working at Sixpoint for 4 years, doing a bunch of different stuff. Started out scrubbing floors, washing kegs.
Clean kegs is important.
Oh yeah, it is important.
Yeah.
Most important thing going on in that brew house. Started writing some marketing materials, doing social media. Now I'm doing sales, so a bunch of different stuff, you know.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, glad to have you back. The beer we tasted last time was delicious, but I hear that this one is even better. And
One of my favorites.
Yeah, it's one of your favorites?
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. It's so we got the Sixpoint Quadruple Take. So play on words there. Style-wise, this is a Belgian quad, but as you heard, it's involved in their barrel aging program, so that means it's spending some time in some barrels. And I think we're doing what, red wine and
Yeah. So this was 9 months in red wine barrels from Brooklyn Winery.
from Brooklyn Winery.
Yeah.
Oh, those are great. Shout out to Brooklyn Winery. Love those peeps.
Yeah.
Yeah, go. They got a new restaurant. Have you been?
No, I have not.
Yeah, it's over in Crown Heights. Crown Heights. It's called BKW. Really great restaurant. We'll link that below. And if you've never had Brooklyn Winery wine, down there, that's where the links are. You'll learn. The links are down there, and we'll link that below, as well as Brooklyn Winery. They're over in Williamsburg. Got a wonderful place making great wine in Brooklyn, and those are the barrels you're using. That's really cool. I didn't know that.
Yep. So yeah, nine months in those, and then we got 4 months on stainless steel. So
That's great. This is going to be my first barrel-aged Belgian quad.
yeah, it's a
I've
rarity
had.
actually.
Yeah?
The traditional versions, you
No,
know,
for sure. It's not.
those are only aged in the bottle, sitting in distributors,
Right.
you know, as
Exactly.
they get over here, you know.
Exactly.
So they are
and then
aged
they're
when we
corked
try
in
'em, but-
cage, and they're real fancy. You know, like some of the Belgian quads. Like I think before the show we were talking, and I was saying, one of my favorites was St. Bernardus App 12, which is a delicious Belgian quad. Which actually, didn't you guys entered this in a competition
Yeah,
recently?
so Paste Magazine's been doing a lot of blind tastings.
Okay.
And they get a bunch of beer experts and stuff in, and this actually kind of shocked people because it was just ahead of La Trappe and just ahead of what you just mentioned.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So
obviously those are fantastic beers.
no, they are. But to be among
to
those
be
kind
even
of
in
that history of brewing, in the motherland of Belgium, with a Belgian-style beer like this quad, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah,
So
kudos
to Sixpoint.
We're very happy with that result.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. So let's see what's going on the nose.
Let's get this.
Now we've let this warm up a little bit, which is good for something big like this beer. I think we're at 10.1% alcohol.
Yeah.
On the nose, I mean, you get a lot of that dried fruit character. Yeah. It just smells special, really special. Like I get it like a kind of like a fruity red wine kind of nose as well. What about you?
And totally. I mean, dried fruit, a lot of the hallmarks of the style, but the intensity of the fruit aroma is what really sets this apart. For me.
It's super. It's like super cool.
It's like an eye-popping aroma, which you usually only see in those really hoppy beers, which is
exactly.
interesting to me.
Lots of fruit on the nose. It's one I'm sure you guys, you watch Just Tap Tasting, so you taste beers constructively like this. And I'm sure that you've had those beers before where you go in for a nice whiff, and you just can't stop smelling it. And I feel like this is one of those beers. I just want to. Can you guys make this a candle? I would love to light a candle. I'm not really a big fan of candles, but if this was a candle, I would light this all the time. But let's color-wise, rich brown, slightly red hue to it. It's actually like a wine kind of red, but it's actually a little bit lighter than some other Belgian quads.
Yeah, as I'm looking through it here, you can see right through to the
bar top.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yep.
But you know, color is not always an indicator of rich flavor, so we'll see. We'll see. I mean, he's had it. I have not had this yet. Doing it live. Let's take a sip. Really, really freaking tasty. You know, I'll tell you what is similar for me for the color and for what I got on the palate versus like other Belgian quads. This one is not as like viscous. It's got nice carbonation to it still for this style, and it again, you know, for 10% alcohol, I'm not getting much heat. It's delightfully so. That's a good thing. And I get some of that fruit quality, a little bit of that like rich wine kind of quality going on. And I don't need, like some quads, I need time away from sip.
Yeah.
I want to go back for more, but before I do that, what are you getting?
Yeah. So there's this like. There's a great balance to this beer, and there's just this really light acidity that I think carries you through to that same feeling.
Right. Because acidity usually makes you, like a wine, we're talking a lot about wine today on the show. That's a first. That's really cool. Acidity makes you salivate. It makes you like, you know, like you get a wine that's like has good acidity to it. It's thirst quenching, and it's thirst quenching because it makes you salivate, and you're like, oh, I want more. Yeah. And that's what we're getting here.
Exactly. And what we ended up doing is we blended into this batch 1 barrel of a saison that was a pilot batch for something else, but that was aged on Brettanomyces, and you had some light complex acidity from that. So you've got, I mean, you might say, all right, so you blended 1 barrel with 16 barrels. What does that really do? When you're talking about being in there with best of the best, right?
Right.
A littlest addition can make a big difference.
Huge.
And I think
huge.
that,
it's all in the details.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that the sippability of this beer also works to set it apart.
Right. Sippability. That's I'm gonna give you that. That's good. So, you know, I just realized I haven't really done the show in a little while. Well, I did a couple episodes, but we took some time off. So glad to be back. My camera guy took some time off too, and that's my brother, by the way. He does a great job. But there he is. That's his hand that presses the record button and sets up all the beautiful lighting to make our faces look really good. Your face looks great.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. But we haven't done the show, so we had a little video fumble there. I don't know if you'll notice it, but just so if you don't notice it, it happened. And what didn't happen though is the question of the day, and so that's what we're here for now. And before we get into that, I want you to just say what's up to this wonderful guy on my shoulder. It's a Share Bear. Give us a share.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Yeah, there he is.
I noticed him this time. I missed him on the previous.
Last time, right.
Yeah,
well, that's what happens when you come back on the show.
Yeah,
for all you
different day.
All you people out there who are thinking about
clothes.
coming back on the show, or just coming on the show, we invite you. As long as you work for a great brewery, we invite you. But question of the day. So this is where we just ask the lovely people who are watching the show.
Yeah.
A really creative question. Do you got anything for us?
Not anything really creative, but
okay. Well, just a question will do that.
Well, so you know, I notice a lot of big craft beer fans end up drinking a lot of IPAs, drinking a lot of stouts, a lot of the stuff that American brewers are great at.
I agree, but I personally, I'm over it. I like a good IPA. I still drank. I think I drank one on the last episode. Extremely bitter.
Yeah.
But which was cool. I like it.
Yeah.
But
so my question of the day is, what's the last European style beer you drank that you really loved? Because I think there's a lot of underappreciated styles that maybe you can't get as good locally, but they're worth seeking out if they're well made.
So I really like that question. So what's the favorite European style that you drank recently? Give us a comment below, and that's European style that's brewed by an American brewery or a European brewery.
Yeah.
You know, because there's plenty of great breweries in America that are brewing those traditional European styles in a traditional way. They're not getting weird. They're just knocking down those styles. That's what we're all about here at the Wilkie. You know, so when Sixpoint brews a great Belgian style quad beer, that's the kind of stuff we pour here at the Wilkie, and we're really excited. It's a great question.
Cheers.
Mikey, it's a pleasure having you.
Hey, rock on, man.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. You're probably watching it one of two ways, either on YouTube, and if you are, thank you so much. Go ahead and click the subscribe button and look in the links below for what's on tap right now. You might be watching on Facebook. Awesome. Facebook's a wonderful place. If you could go ahead and click the share button down below, share it with your friends, and keep coming back every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for new episodes of Just Tap Tasting, where we talk about all the deliciousness that we've tapped.